Hi, it's Bob1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox One, and today I thought I'd do an additional bit to my escape evasion guide. What happens if you start getting chased system to system, and another couple of tips, a few tips about various scenarios and situations, and a little cheeky escape tip. So basically I had this incident where this guy was attacking and pestering my pirate ship while I was trying to pirate a CG. Fair enough, I get quite a lot of lawfuls doing this. They think they're doing a good deed in stopping me pirating poor innocent traders, and they come after me, the pirate, to attack me. Now I was just running away and heading for my carrier to switch into a combat ship to then sort this person out, because let's face it, my combat ships are going to stand up way better against the combat ship than my pirate ship is. And also at this point I was out of pack hounds. I've been pirating for ages and I was just heading back to my carrier. This guy started attacking me while I was actually collecting cargo, and I had stolen cargo on board, which is one thing that's hampering my top speed. But, you know, I didn't want to give up the stolen cargo, and I certainly didn't want to die with stolen cargo on board because that would be a waste. So I wanted to head back to my carrier. Now normally I would just recommend keep high waking away from the person, and if someone chases you system to system, I would choose rapid jumps and reasonably long distance jumps. Now if you have a fuel scoop on your trade ship or a big fuel tank like a Type 7 or a Python, you can jump a lot further than most combat ships, and you can jump a lot more often than most combat ships, so eventually the attacker will generally get worn down. Now me personally, I use a anaconda to chase people, wake scanning them and going after them. Now if you're pursued by something like that, you have to be cautious because they're going to have a lot more range and fuel than you do. So you're looking for a system where you know the station is close to the star. Now this comes down to local knowledge, but you want a system where you can easily jump into and then immediately drop down and then wait. This is a trick that works a lot of the time. If you jump into a system, immediately drop, they won't have a wake by the time they arrive in the system. Even if they're using a wake scanner and coming after you, if you immediately drop, you'll generally get away with it. Now, the one thing to be wary of is if you immediately drop, it may be worth moving away and getting ready to high wake anyway. Treat it as though you expect them to drop in next to you. Don't expect you go away with it. Always expect the person to come after you. The same as when you go mining. One thing that I warn people about is when you go mining, these people drop in on the rings and then they immediately go into the rings and then they start mining. Don't, because you'll be mass locked by the asteroid belt. What you want to do is stay where you are when you drop in. Stay high and stay above the asteroids and wait. Wait a minute or two before heading down. There's no harm in it. It's only going to cost you a couple of minutes in time. But if someone suddenly drops in on your wake, you'll know about it. And after a certain amount of time, your wake dissipates, so you're fine. But, if you do that, you're much less likely to get caught out. Because once your wake's gone, your wake's gone. The only danger then is colleagues dropping in on you, which is always a pain in the butt. Because they might not be as cautious, and super crews not realise there's a bad guy lurking, and they might get followed into the ring. That is an awareness thing. You have to be aware of bad guys following you. So in this situation, I do what I'm recommending. I jump up, I immediately drop, and then I wait. And the guy gets confused because he wakes up, doesn't see my low wake because I dropped quick enough, and he doesn't find me. Now, I stayed for a while checking a few messages, and then I made a run for my carrier. And as you can see, when I come back up into Super Cruise, he is nowhere to be seen, and then I spot him on my radar. He's a little way away. He does turn around, but he doesn't manage to get back after me. And in this case, I managed to then grab a combat ship, and I had a very long, protracted fight with him, which I'm not going to bring to you because it was the dullest lot of reverse ski I've ever seen. But I will bring you the end screen, the end result. But that's my tips. If you're getting chased system to system, be conscious of your fuel, be conscious of your jump range, and usually most combat ships, especially FDLs, have pretty appalling jump ranges, so you can normally get away. If someone's going after you something like an anaconda, then you want to jump to a system, immediately drop down, and then wait. The most important thing is be patient. That's the easiest way to get away from people, is be patient and just wait your moment to make your run for a station that's close to the star, and then call over a more suitable ship to fight, or just slip away. Anyway, that's pretty much for this video. Like I said, I had a really long reverse ski battle against this guy. He just kept reverse skiing in a crate, and eventually he conceded defeat and said, "You win." So I was happy to take the win because it had been an exhausting fight. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching.